Good morning, vlog! I don't usually do my makeup here, but my mirror in my bathroom is all foggy right now. So we're doing our makeup out in my bedroom. I think you guys are about to see just how minimal my daily makeup is. The shimmer is where I have fun. I think today I'm gonna do this one. So that's it for my like minimal makeup routine. This is literally everything that I used. And then I have, this palette is actually the palette that I used. But then I have this palette because it has a mirror in it. But look at how much, I literally used this palette to death. And my favorite shimmer from it is gone. So I use this one still sometimes, but I mostly just keep it for the mirror. But this palette I stole from my sister because it has some really cute neutrals and good shimmers. And then otherwise, this is my like basic makeup. Sometimes if I'm feeling fun, I'll use Glossier Cloud Paint on my cheeks. But yeah, I have concealer, brows, eyeshadow, eyeliner, which this one's a brown felt tip liquid liner, and then mascara and a beauty blender. I used to be a huge makeup girly. I had like a whole vanity with like drawers full of makeup. I would literally spend like hours every morning doing my makeup. And then once I got to college, that kind of like reversed a little bit and I went kind of like the no makeup look. Especially because in college, there were 2 years where I was doing construction. So there was like no reason to wear makeup to a job site. And then, so I kind of like swung. I went from one extreme with a ton of makeup to then another extreme where I was literally wearing like no makeup every single day. And now I feel like I've kind of found a balance, especially because like for my old job and during my sabbatical, I was traveling all the time. I just like couldn't afford to have a big makeup kit on me. When I was traveling, like this is literally all I took with me. It fit in this like tiny little makeup bag. My makeup bag was even smaller than this. Like this is big for my makeup bag for like traveling. It was really nice. Like when I went to Thailand, this is all I took with me. So yeah, anyway, that's it for my minimal makeup routine. I need to go start my work day, but I'll see you guys in a minute. Yeah, so you could get a 12-inch bookshelf. I'll send you a little drawing I just did.
Be the same size, they just won't be centered on the pieces.
Yeah, but if you would need the fill piece to go all the way up to the header. Right.
So you either get them the same size or you get them centered on.
Yeah.
Why do you not centered on?
I know, it's really weird. Makes me wonder if the inside wall was supposed to go in a different spot and then they had to move it. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like that color drenching only works if you're also going to do the trim. That's not weird, you know I look pretty.
Like I feel like painting another room weird, but I also feel like painting two blue and one not blue was weird.
The blues that are in your other rooms are like neutrals, you know? Like you don't really notice it.
But I want it to be like brighter and like more. Yeah, I feel like that color reminds me of a hospital.
Oh. Yeah, now that you said that. Yeah.
Like that color gives that
brainstorming the colors, but I'm glad we got the actual shelf itself figured out. All right. Love you.
I love you too. Thank you.
You're welcome. Talk to you later.
Okay, bye.
Bye. I'm gonna show you guys one of my favorite, easiest lunches that I make. It's just a chicken wrap, but it's so good. So first off, I have these that I get from Aldi. It's just frozen buffalo chicken strips, and I put them in my air fryer. Just do one. And I'll do... So it's at 350 for 8 minutes. These salad bags are really great because they come with stuff on the inside. So this one had Parmesan cheese and croutons, but I already used those. So I'm just gonna use whatever's left of this Caesar dressing. It's just a super easy way to eat any vegetables that are already prepped in your fridge. So right now I just have carrots. So as you just saw, my mom called me a couple of hours ago, and we talked about her office. A couple of years ago, we made the shelving in her office. It's there now, but it has since been overrun by things. So she needs to expand on the shelving that's there. So we just talked about ways that we could like fill in some of the gaps with shelving. And then she wants to paint the room also. So I'm planning on going out there the week between Christmas and New Year's to help her with that. She only lives like an hour and a half away, so it's super easy for me to go out and help her. When I was staying there almost 2 years ago now, I redid her kitchen for her, and so that took about a month and a half or 2 months to do. We like painted the cabinets, redid the countertops, we put in a new sink. Oh, I built her a new range hood. So that project was really fun, but it took a while. I did that for her while I was living there. Just to give some background, in 2023, I quit my job that I'd been at for 4 years, and I decided to travel for a while. So I went to Thailand for a month, and then I came back here and I went to New Mexico for a month. And I did a program there called Earthship Academy, and it's basically like an eco-building workshop. So I was living in New Mexico for a month while I did that workshop, and then after that I took a month-long road trip, and I went from New Mexico and I drove all the way up to Seattle, and that took me about 2 weeks to do that drive, and then I visited my dad who lives in Seattle for a little under a week. And then from there, I drove from Seattle across all the northern states in the U.S. to get back to Chicago. And that drive took me another like week and a half. So it was about a month between leaving New Mexico and getting back to Chicago. And then when I got back here, I didn't have a job or an apartment or anything because I put all my stuff in a storage unit on my way out. And I didn't think I would be back to Chicago. I really didn't think that I would move back to the city or anything like that. I wasn't sure where I was going to go. But ultimately I decided to come back to Chicago because my friends are all here, except for one. She's in Texas. My mom lives here, and then since I moved here, my sister moved here. So now my mom and my sister and I all live here. So I just figured instead of trying to start fresh in a new city, I would come back to Chicago and try to make it work for me. But I think that just the burnout from a really demanding job and coming out of the pandemic, I just needed like a reset. looking back on things, I really didn't need to like put all my stuff in a storage unit and leave the country. But I do things in extremes, and that was what felt like needed to happen for me at the time. And I'm really glad I did it. My trip to Thailand was incredible. If I had all the money in the world, I would travel like that forever. I love traveling. I love just kind of like having one bag and no plan and just going. It's so freeing, and I miss that time a lot. But I'm really grateful that I got to do that for as long as I did. And I'm really grateful that when I got back, I got to stay with my mom. I ended up staying with her for about 3 months. It was really actually pretty difficult to find a job when I got back here because the economy was not doing very well, and just the job market in general had changed a lot from like that time in the pandemic when everybody was changing and moving. So I definitely missed that like rush of jobs on the market. So when I got back, I thought that it would be no problem for me to find a new job, and it ended up taking me 3 months. But in that time that I was living at my mom's, I redid her kitchen. So I don't really know how we got started talking about this, but my mom's office. So yes, we've done a lot of house projects for her in that house. We've also redone her guest room. They built out their garage. There's a lot that they're doing out there, but the office definitely needs another pass because there's just a lot of stuff that collects in that room and it needs to get cleaned up. So anyway, I will probably be vlogging that. We'll see. Hopefully I'll be able to bring you guys with me and show you that project because I think it'll be really fun. Going down, I'm gonna do our Advent, and then I'll leave you with some footage of the sunset because, like I said, it's my favorite time of day, and I feel like I should just let you guys enjoy it for the rest of this video. So we'll get our chocolates real quick, and then I will sign off. This is a Trader Joe's with a little Trader Joe's sign. We have a little Santa's hat today.